Kody Brown to ex-sister wives. Can we reconcile? Let's be clear right up front. Kody Brown does not want to get back together with Christine, Janelle, or Mary. Not as far as we can tell, at least. However, this doesn't mean the father of 18 doesn't have a few regrets when it comes to the ends of these relationships, most notably when it comes to where he stands at the moment with the aforementioned exes. I would like to repair all the relationships with my family and even my ex-wives, and that's not easy. Brown actually said out loud on this past Thursday's new episode of Special Forces, World's Toughest Test. It's rather unusual to catch Kody in any moment of self-awareness. He doesn't take responsibility very often. But the reality star also confessed on air this week that he has a very poor relationship with most of his kids, and that sucks. I am sorry that I've hurt or offended my children, Kody said of the list that includes daughters Madison Brush, Michael D. Padron, and several of his older sons. And that kind of humility I need back in my life. Typically, the 56-year-old acknowledged he doesn't want to admit I'm wrong sometimes. Kody went on in front of the camera, adding that he finally felt ready to take some accountability for the way his family has grown so very divided. I'm the discrepancy, he told fellow competitors. I should have had a strong relationship with my children. Years into his estrangement with the majority of his older children, he continued through tears. I'm in a place in my life now where I'm very willing to say that I've been wrong. Wow, did we hear that correctly? Did Kody Brown just admit to being wrong? His failures, the TLC personality went on, were because I didn't know SHT about being a dad and husband, and I thought I did. I really thought I did, and I misunderstood that, and I did it wrong in so many ways. Is there time for Kody to mend his relationship with his sons and daughters? There's always time, we suppose. But the way Kody has talked in the past about these kids isn't exactly encouraging. Might he at last have seen some sort of parental ways? Might he soon change his ways? We aren't big fans of the guy. But we sure hope so. Kody and Robyn Brown consider potential new sister wife after woman asks to meet them. Are you itching to join Kody and Robyn Brown in sister matrimony? According to the failed polygamist, one woman reached out, expressing an interest becoming a new wife. Robyn wasn't happy, but maybe not for the reasons that you'd expect. And in a nauseating turn of phrase, she explained how she could understand how irresistibly attractive Kody must seem. A woman allegedly wants to join Kody and Robyn Brown as a new sister wife. On the Sunday, November 2nd episode of Sister Wives, Kody Brown claimed to Robyn that a woman made contact. He did not share too many details, but alleged that she wanted to get to know the two of them. As a prelude to potentially joining their family, of course. Robyn explained to the camera that this upset her, because it is bad protocol. According to her, seeking to even explore joining a plural marriage, or, in this case, making it plural once again, should go through at least one wife. That would be her, the only remaining wife. However, she's not against it entirely. Viewers watched as Robyn processed the idea of a new sister wife. Truth be told, for one split second, I kind of go, Robyn told the camera. She shared. For a split second, I think, oh, wouldn't this be great? Robyn highlighted, this is what I've always wanted for my life. However, she then added, and then I go, how would they fit? In 2014, Robyn joined an existing four-person marriage as Kody's newest wife. Sister Wives viewers watched, almost in real time, as the remainder of the entire plural marriage unraveled, largely over favoritism. That's going to make any girl's eggs drop. However, Robyn Brown was quick to emphasize how she could see how Kody is simply irresistible. When a young woman sees a married, stable man, she announced, that is attractive. Well, say what you will about Kody, but he is married. He's figured out some of his bullcrap, Robyn alleged. He's got a wife that's happy, the famously tearful Sister Wives star described, and he knows how to be a dad, Robyn said of the man who is estranged from most of his adult children. This is when she said something that will haunt us for the rest of our days. I mean, I'm sorry, but that's going to make any girl's eggs drop, Robyn quipped. Thanks for the spine-chilling commentary. Robyn then reiterated, any young woman would be like, oh, he is marriageable material because he's already married. Does a guy with 3 ex-wives still have this married and stable Riz that she's describing? Some might question Robyn Brown's belief in Kody's alleged allure, especially given that he very famously has 3 ex-wives. Is that still appealing? I need to own the failure of the family. This is wise because I was the leader, he told the cameras. Robyn and I are talking about plural marriage, another wife hypothetically coming in, Kody acknowledged. And he explained, I'm going, no, because how you do anything is how you do everything. And we'll screw that one up too. Rare self-awareness win for Kody. I'm so scared of it now. I don't even know how I would consider it, Robyn confessed to her husband. That's the only answer I've got. I'm perfectly fine with you. Sister Wives Robyn Brown admits she considered adding another wife after years of watching Kody Brown's plural marriages crumble. Sister Wives star Robyn Brown is opening up about something even she didn't expect, the fleeting thought of sharing her husband again. In the November 2nd episode of Sister Wives Season 20, viewers watched Kody reveal to Robyn that a new woman had reached out, expressing interest in joining their marriage. The revelation came long after the end of his spiritual and legal unions with Meri, Janelle, and Aspyn Brown, the women who once made up the now-dissolved Brown family. Robyn gives a piece of her mind. Although Robyn, 47, wasn't pleased with the way the woman approached Kody, 55, she admitted she understood why someone might be drawn to him. I'm just gonna say it. When a young woman sees a married, stable man, that is attractive, Robyn confessed. You know, he's figured out some of his bull crap, he's got a wife that's happy, and he knows how to be a dad. I mean, I'm sorry, but that's gonna make any girl's eggs drop. I mean, any young woman would be like, oh, he's marriage material because he's already married. It was a surprisingly candid moment for the usually private reality star, and she didn't stop there. Truth be told, for one split second, I kind of go, she admitted. For a split second, I think, oh, wouldn't this be great? This is what I've always wanted for my life. And, how would they fit? But that brief curiosity quickly passed. When the cameras cut to a later scene, Robyn and Kody were seen discussing the situation at their dining table, reflecting on how strange it felt to receive that kind of attention again. Kody admitted the idea was just too weird. We're married, he said. I don't want to know that another woman's having a crush on me. Even if it makes me feel special, it's sort of ridiculous, right? Robyn laughed and teasingly replied, it didn't used to be ridiculous. Kody reflects on why plural marriage fell apart. Speaking separately to the camera, Kody opened up about the reality of trying to love multiple women and why his ideal of plural marriage ultimately fell apart. Anytime you have 2 entities, one is going to outshine the other, he explained. Guys can deal with that. But Aspyn couldn't deal with that. Let's just be really honest. Could I fairly love all of these women? I wanted to. I really tried to. I even faked it. But in the end, it just wasn't going to work. Over the years, Sister Wives fans have watched the Brown family unravel. Kody's marriage to Aspyn ended in 2021. Janelle confirmed her separation the following year, and by 2022, his 32-year marriage to Meri was also over. That left Robyn as his only remaining wife, both spiritually and legally, after the couple wed legally in 2014. A glimpse into the past and present. Interestingly, this wasn't the first time someone expressed interest in joining their marriage. Robyn recalled a similar moment years ago when another woman reached out, something Kody also remembered as being uncomfortable. It's not usually proper to go hitting on a guy, Robyn said of the latest woman's message. You have to go through the sister wives. You have to go through, at least one. Despite the awkwardness, Robyn's moment of honesty revealed something deeper, a glimpse into how much her views have evolved since the days when plural marriage was the foundation of her life. For just a split second, she imagined what it might look like again. But then reality returned. The woman who once believed in sharing love now knows the cost of it all. Sister Wives airs Sundays at 10 p.m. Eastern Time on TLC. Sister Wives Aspyn Brown finally calls out Robyn Brown for doing this during Kody marriage. The Sister Wives may appear to fans as more or less a well-oiled unit of 4 women tied together through marriage to the same man. But underneath the surface, it wasn't always so. There was always the fight for favoritism and dominance within the marriage. And now that Aspyn has firmly waved goodbye to that world, she's now ready to share her side of the story and experiences with the world. Aspyn Brown says she can't ever trust Robyn Brown again after she did this. You won't see Aspyn Brown sharing secrets with Robyn Brown these days. During the Sunday, November 2nd episode of Sister Wives, Aspyn, who was spiritually married to Kody from 1994 to 2021, opened up about her complicated relationship with Robyn. "I feel betrayed by Robyn. Just betrayed. I felt like I could never really trust her ever," Aspyn told her new husband David Woolley during dinner. "You know, there's things I confided in her, and then she would tell Kody, and I'd get in trouble. I couldn't trust her. There were just a couple times where I trusted her and I would tell her things that I thought were in confidence, and then I'd get in trouble for them, and Kody would get mad," Aspyn added in her confessional. "I can't trust her. So I stopped confiding in her." Robyn Brown admits with meddling in Aspyn's relationship with Kody, "I should have just stayed out of it." On her part, Robyn knew she was not exactly a saint and admitted to meddling in Kody's relationship with Aspyn. "Aspyn would say to me, 'I wish Kody would know this. I wish Kody would understand this. I'm struggling with this,' Robyn told cameras. 'Me being kind of a naive fool, I thought I could help, but I should have just stayed out of it completely.'" On Kody's part, Robyn, who can often do no wrong in his eyes, was only advocating for peace and just wanted everyone to get along. "I think it's really common that Robyn was always advocating for all, Aspyn and all my other wives," Kody remarked in his confessional. She wanted all those relationships to be good. Regardless of Aspyn's opinions of Robyn, she did admit that she would love to be closer to Robyn's kids. Be sure to catch up on everything happening with the Sister Wives right now. Sister Wives, David Woolley gets candid about polygamy's deep flaw. Sister Wives fans are about to see a rare, heartfelt moment from Aspyn Brown's husband, David Woolley, in the latest episode of the TLC series. The topic? Polygamy and how his past experiences have shaped his strong opinions about it. Aspyn has often spoken about her own struggles within a plural marriage. But this time, it's David who opens up about what he's witnessed firsthand. His perspective doesn't come from the outside, but from his own family ties to the practice. As the conversation unfolds, his words seem to carry a mix of frustration, empathy, and conviction. But what exactly did David say about the men in polygamy? And how did Aspyn respond to his blunt honesty? Keep reading to find out. Sister Wives, what other Brown members think of polygamy. While David had his opinions on the matter, former sister wife Janelle offered a more balanced take on the topic. She initially admitted that there are many tragic stories in polygamy. However, it is also put forward that it's not fair to judge the entire community based on a few bad examples. Janelle pointed out that pain and dysfunction can also exist in monogamous marriages. Still, she later acknowledged that secrecy and a lack of empowerment for women have often made things worse in plural relationships. When Sister Wives first premiered in 2010, Kody Brown was married to Janelle, along with Mary and Aspyn. Kody ultimately courted Robyn, which was showcased in the show. Years later, Kody legally married Robyn after divorcing Mary. He's monogamous with his only remaining wife. Sister Wives, David Woolley opens up about his family's past. One of the sister wives, Aspyn, separated from Kody and is in a relationship with David Woolley. David shared that his negative view of polygamy began long before he met Aspyn. In the new episode, he reveals that one of his sisters suffered lasting emotional trauma from being in a plural marriage. "My oldest sister was mentally damaged from it," he tells Aspyn, explaining how the experience opened his eyes to the darker side of the lifestyle. He also stated that he has always looked down upon it because of this. When Aspyn asked what he believed was the biggest flaw in polygamy, he answered, "The man." David believes that many men use polygamy as a way to control women. He explained that in his experience, most men in these relationships love the attention and even enjoy watching their wives compete for affection. They love the fighting, he says, calling it a major flaw in how some men view marriage. Christine agrees with his assessment, recalling her own frustrations with how power often shifted in her former family dynamic. David doesn't mince words, saying that many men use polygamy as punishment, threatening to spend time with another wife when one doesn't obey. Calling it not a right thing to do, David ends the conversation by saying the practice has far more to do with ego than faith. For the latest Sister Wives tea, stay tuned to TV season and spoilers. Kody Brown sobs on Special Forces, "I should have been a better dad." Sister Wives, patriarch Kody Brown experienced an emotional breakthrough during his appearance on Special Forces' World's Toughest Test, where he addressed his struggles as a father to his 18 children. The 57-year-old reality star broke down in tears as he confronted his past mistakes during an intense interrogation session with the show's directing staff. Brown's vulnerable moment came during the November 6th episode of the Fox competition series, where contestants face both physical and mental challenges designed to push them beyond their limits. The TLC star found himself in a particularly difficult position when former U.S. Marine Rudy Reyes questioned him about his parenting responsibilities. The conversation quickly turned introspective as Brown was forced to examine his relationships with his children from his plural marriage arrangements. The moment marked a significant departure from Brown's typically defensive stance regarding family criticism. Throughout years of public scrutiny on Sister Wives, he has often resisted taking full responsibility for the family dynamics that led to his separations from 3 of his 4 wives. Kody confronts hard truths about parenting. When Reyes asked Brown directly, "Do you feel that you're taking your proper responsibility in the fallout of your kids?" the reality star initially struggled with admitting fault. "I don't want to admit I'm wrong sometimes," Brown responded. "I don't like being wrong." Former SAS operator Mark "Billy" Billingham challenged Brown's claim that he cared about everyone in his family. "You're concerned about everybody as long as they sang to your tune. As long as they agree with everything you believe in. I don't think you're being honest with me," Billingham stated during the tense exchange. This confrontation prompted Brown to acknowledge his role in the family's struggles. "I'm the discrepancy," he confessed. "I should have had a stronger relationship with my children." The emotional weight of the moment became evident as Brown began to cry while explaining his failures. "I'm at a place in my life now where I'm very willing to say that I've been wrong," he said. "My failures were because I didn't know about being a good dad and husband, and I thought I did. I really thought I did, and I misunderstood that." A path toward healing and growth. Brown expressed regret for his resistance to accepting criticism, explaining that his pride prevented him from learning from his mistakes. "I did it wrong in so many ways, and I hated being blamed for it, and so it made me resistant to ownership," he shared. The directing staff pushed Brown to move beyond acknowledgement toward action. Billingham emphasized the importance of genuine accountability, telling him, "When you really expletive own that, you'll do something about it. Dig deep and keep going." Brown later expressed his desire to repair all relationships with my family and even my ex-wives, though he acknowledged the difficulty of this undertaking. Kody Brown cries on national TV after brutal fatherhood interrogation. Kody Brown, the longtime star of TLC's Sister Wives, broke down in tears during a recent episode of Fox's Special Forces' World's Toughest Test. The emotional moment unfolded under intense questioning from former military operatives, who challenged Brown on his role as a father to his 18 children. The televised confrontation marked a rare moment of vulnerability for the reality star, who has often deflected criticism on his own show. The breakdown occurred during a high-pressure interrogation segment, where Brown was forced to confront his past decisions and acknowledge shortcomings in his family relationships. The moment has since sparked widespread public reaction and renewed scrutiny of Brown's personal life. Military-style interrogation forces emotional admission. The emotional turning point came during a simulated interrogation led by former U.S. Marine Rudy Reyes and ex-SAS operator Mark "Billy" Billingham. Brown, who has fathered 18 children through plural marriages, was asked whether he had taken full responsibility for his role as a father. Initially, Brown resisted. "I don't want to admit I'm wrong sometimes," he confessed, revealing a long-standing discomfort with criticism. Billingham pressed further, accusing Brown of only supporting family members who agreed with him and questioning his honesty. The pressure eventually broke through Brown's defenses. "I'm the discrepancy," he admitted, acknowledging that he had failed to build strong relationships with many of his children. Directing staff demand accountability. The directing staff, known for their no-nonsense approach, pushed Brown to go deeper. Billingham emphasized that true leadership requires ownership and action. "You've got to dig deep and keep going," he told Brown, urging him to move beyond words and into meaningful change. Brown's emotional confession continued. He admitted that his failures stemmed from not knowing how to be a good father and from a deep-seated resistance to being blamed. "I hated being blamed," he said, explaining how pride and defensiveness had prevented him from learning and growing. The moment stood in stark contrast to Brown's usual demeanor on Sister Wives, where he has often maintained a defensive posture when confronted by his wives or children. Public image and family dynamics in flux. Brown's televised breakdown may represent a turning point in his public image. Known for his polarizing presence on reality TV, this moment of raw emotion could signal a shift toward personal accountability. The confession also has implications for his fractured family relationships. Brown expressed a desire to repair bonds not only with his children but also with his ex-wives. He acknowledged the difficulty of the task ahead, noting that rebuilding trust would require time, humility, and consistent effort. Whether this moment leads to lasting change remains to be seen, but it has already reignited public interest in Brown's personal journey and the broader dynamics of his family. What's next for Kody Brown? Brown has not announced any formal plans for reconciliation, but his comments suggest a willingness to engage in the hard work of healing. Future episodes of Special Forces: World's Toughest Test may provide further insight into his emotional evolution. Meanwhile, viewers of Sister Wives will be watching closely to see whether Brown's televised reckoning translates into real-world change. With 18 children and multiple former partners, the road to redemption is long. But perhaps, for the first time, Brown is ready to walk it. Billy Billingham, Celebrity News, Emotional Breakdown, Fatherhood, Kody Brown 2025, Kody Brown Children, Kody Brown Ex-Wives, Kody Brown Family, Kody Brown Regrets, Kody Brown Tears, Parenting, Reality Star Confession, Reality TV, Rudy Reyes, Sister Wives, Special Forces Episode, Special Forces Fox TLC.